Okay, so you're back, right? You went and watched the first one, and here we are. We're watching the second part, right? So we're going to talk about hormones in the liver. And I gave you some maybe TMI symptoms and signs of why you might need a liver cleanse during the last part. But now now that you're all, let's just say you're all cleansed. Okay, you're cleansed, your colon is cleansed, your liver is cleansed, and you're ready for what? New oil. So you went and had your oil changed, and you got new oil, and you also got a new filter, i.e. your liver is all taken care of. Okay, so now let's talk about how that affects your hormones. Okay, male and female. Your liver is the one that is filtering all of the things that are in your home. Okay, so synthetic chemicals that are like under your bathroom and kitchen sinks that you clean with. What about all those awesome perfumed lotions that women have? What about fragrant soaps that guys have hanging in their showers? What about things that we use, hair care products? Women, what about what you're washing your face with, the makeup that you're putting on your face? All of these things, and there's very specific ingredients that you can look for and look at that create endocrine disruption. Okay, your liver that's part of the sludge that your liver was dealing with before. Okay, so let's make a change regarding that. Let's look at those ingredients. Let's look at those chemicals. Let's look at some specific things and go, oh my gosh, this particular product has what's called xenoestrogen. Okay, guys, this affects you too. Because whether you realize it or not, guys also have estrogen, just like women have testosterone. Okay, but we don't want it to be out of whack. We want it to be balanced. So if I'm using a product that is full of xenoestrogens, Xeno estrogens, and my body believes that that is estrogen, then I'm not going to produce enough estrogen. Or because the way that women work is that their estrogen and their progesterone are inversely proportional, it's going to create an imbalance here because it's reading that I have this much estrogen when I really, and so this makes the progesterone be here, but really I may only have this much estrogen and then a lot of fake stuff. Okay, so you need to look at your cabinets, you need to look at your cleaning products, you need to look at any personal care products, you need to look at the candles that you're using, you need to look at, I mean, those are, I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. All of those things affect your hormones. It affects that. And then your liver is understanding, oh, this is synthetic, and it's trying to toss it out to the side. And if your filter's clogged, it's not being able to do that. Okay. All right. Your liver processes your adrenal hormones, your thyroid hormones, your sex hormones. Okay. It processes all of that, and all of them are play into the other ones. Why? Because we need to be symphonic, orchestral, if we're going to go into the music world. All of those, what the level of this one affects the level of this one and this one. I mean, they're all playing together. Okay. So for your hormones, including men, once you've cleansed your liver and you understand why you needed to cleanse it because you watched the last video, then you need to start looking at your cabinets and things, but then you need to start looking at even food you eat. You need to start looking at that, because I know that how about your work life or your sleep life? If you're a person that produces a huge amount of cortisol and you're in adrenal fatigue, that is going to, how about this? When God created us, the adrenals were for what? Fight or flight syndrome. You are not thinking about procreation if that's where your concern is. In fact, it's the last thing on your mind, and it's the last thing you're interested in. It's true. So there are so many other things. I have people tell me all the time. People say, well, I went and my liver enzymes were out of balance. I went to the doctor, my liver enzymes are out of balance. What does Young Living have that can deal with the liver? I always stop and go, okay, We have some physical things we can deal with, and you just heard about those. Why don't we make this a 3-part series, and let's discuss the emotional reason why, and spiritual, why you might be off in your hormones and your hormone imbalance. Blessings.